Okay. You are host now. You are host now. Okay. Unmute yourself, ma'am.
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
I share my screen. Admit what is holiday. No. Yes. Do you visible my screen?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Everybody, good evening and welcome, dear my two partners and dear students also. Today our session is holidays and gift giving. Okay. Holidays and gift giving. First question is what holiday are celebrated in Bangladesh? Okay. Just
Yes.
I express this. First one is Pohela Boishakh. Of all the secular national festival in Bangladesh, New Year's Day is the most celebrated. The Pohela Boishakh festival is marked by a wide variety of culture shows, Boishakhi Mela, and other programs. Everyone eats sweets and dresses up new kutta, and saris, wishing everyone a joyous new beginning. Okay. Then our International Mother Language Day, Ekushe, Amor Ekushe. It's called Amor Ekushe. Celebrate on 21st day of February, 21st day of February every year. Ekushe is known as the National Mother Language Day, which marks the anniversary of the martyrdom of those who died while protesting the imposition of Urdu as a national language of East and West Pakistan. Political leaders, writers, intellectuals, poets, artisans, and singers offer tributes to those that suffered. Okay. Their next one is Independence Day. It's the most we celebrate this March 16th, 26th, celebrate the proclamation of Bangladesh independence, and each year numerous events are held to communicate to historic date, 26th March. Okay, here is printing mistake actually, 26th March. The festival of our religious Durga Puja. It's also holiday in our country. Bangladeshis are predominantly Muslim, but some are devoted to other faiths such as Hinduism. Durga Puja is the biggest festival of the Hindu community. Different rituals are observed, including the immersion of an idol of Durga into the river. Events are held at the Dhakeshwari temple and last for 10 days. Okay. Another is Christmas. Christmas is celebrated by the Christian community in Bangladesh on the eve of December 25th. Congregational prayers are held in various churches, particularly in our Tesgaon in Dhaka. Tesgaon. Then Victory Day. Victory Day remembers the day of Pakistani army surrendered to the join Bangladesh, and and Indian forces, which is celebrated in December 16. We enjoy this day all over the country. Then Eid al-Fitr. The date of Eid al-Fitr varies year based on the Muslims calendar. A feast that marks in completion of the holy month of Ramadan, the month of fasting. This is the largest festival celebrated annually in Bangladesh, followed by Eid al-Azha. After then my favorite holiday. Actually, my favorite holiday is Eid al-Fitr. In this festival, where Muslims lead a great day, we eat different foods. We go out for visiting many interesting places, not only around, but also everywhere. We pray to God for giving us the chance to enjoy another Eid with our friends and family. Then describe a childhood holiday memory. Actually, when I was only 15, I remember that it was my best holiday because my father was an income tax commissioner and he worked at Dhaka, which is 3,098 kilometers far from Rangpur. My four sisters also live with him there. So that holiday was celebrated by me with full family after 4 years. So it was my favorite holiday. After 4 years, I met my father and four sisters. Okay. I enjoyed that holiday. How do you celebrate birthdays in Bangladesh? In Bangladesh, we celebrated birthday in different ways. Some celebrated their birthdays in hotels and some in home. In birthday, we wear new clothes, eat delicious foods, especially cake. We make sometimes it in our house. Sometimes we order any hotel or any shops. Okay. Take new gifts for the birthday, boys and girls. We cut cake for the children. We give surprise to the birthday boy or girl. We enjoy the whole day. What was the best gift you ever received? Actually, my husband. Okay, she gifted me, and I really surprised that gift. The best gift that I ever received was a laptop, which was given by my husband at my 48th birthday. Okay, this laptop. Okay, thank you. Thank you for all.
Thank you, ma'am. Very nice presentation, Nitofar ma'am. Very nice. And
Thank
in
you.
fact, reality is there. Reality is
Yes.
there. Yes, yes. Very nice.
This year is 20. My birthday is 15 March. This year, 15 March, I celebrated my 15th birthday. 50th birthday.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
50 years over.
Yeah.
Not out
50 years old.
Yeah.
Half century. We can say half century.
Yes. Half century. But it's not. I gorgeously. Not gorgeously because last January my father was dead. So I was so shocked. So I can't this birthday actually gorgeously.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
But we would like, ma'am, that father was income tax officer. Very nice thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is glorious thing for your family.
Yeah. Yes. He was a deputy commissioner, and actually my father is my best friend. Okay. He was my best friend and my best. Actually, I like my father.
Yeah.
If you say which is your favorite, my father is my favorite. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Make me host.
Thank you. Okay, sir.
You are host now.
Bharata sir, you is now host.
Yeah.
Sir, yeah, actually, I want to say, Bachap sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, you teach us technically some program, okay? Yeah, just how to make a host and how to you recording this program. You teach us last day. It's
Thank you, ma'am. Nice presentation given by you, and you have shared your personal experience. How do you celebrate your birthday? Your best gift you have given, laptop, and definitely you are using that laptop now. So it is very useful for your progress. So definitely
yes.
it is best gift.
I can't believe that he gifted me the laptop. Okay, when she gifted me, I was surprised.
Yes.
So surprised. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Marade sir, continue.
Yeah. 1 minute. Welcome in this session number 14. Everybody, are you watching screen? Bachchan
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, continue.
Yes.
Yes. Now, just Mrs. Nilofer ma'am shared best and real nice thing through this part 1, and everybody welcome in this session. And lovely students, my dear students, your participation is also very important. So you take part as you are trying best of the knowledge. Uh, the session name is Holidays and Gift Giving. Part 1. We know holiday. We have also holiday. Every teachers have holiday in present time, and
Sir, we can't
the
see your
giving of
full screen.
yeah sir. This is mobile problem. My mobile is given to
Okay.
son,
Okay.
and yeah. So it is holidays gift. We know giving of joy is very important. About everything, giving of joy. Gift is also giving of joy. When you give somebody, when you give something to somebody, it is a satisfaction. So any kind of, any type of, you can give food, you can give gift, you can give uh, happiness to another. So the importance of giving gift is very important. It is called giving of joy. You can give something to somebody or the needy person. So the in every life, in everybody's life, the role of giving joy is very important. So uh, about the holidays, everybody like to holiday. Children likes holiday, and in India, every Sunday is holiday. About holiday, a period of from rest from work or school, a time when some does not go to work or school, but it is free to do what they want. So this is the definition. Holidays in India, which are days of holiday in India celebrated, particularly India being a culturally diverse, and society celebrates many holidays and festivals. So India is a big country, and there are many festivals in India, and every state celebrate its national holidays in India. India has 3 national holidays, and the country celebrates its. First is an Independence Day. 15th August is an Independence Day and it is celebrated all over India. Second are Republic Day and third are Gandhi Jayanti. These are national holidays. Republic Day is a 26th January and 2nd October is the day of Gandhi Jayanti. So these uh, days, 3 days are celebrated as national holidays in India. Holidays celebrate in India. re- Some are religious holidays. Which are they? Now you can see date, month, and holiday. 14th January is Makar Sankrant, and it is one of a celebration. It is one of a festival is celebrated, and in Kerala and Orissa, it is called Pongal. And in Makar Sankrant, people give treat to each one and meet or visit to each one. 15th January is Guru Govind Jayanti. It goes to Sikh religion, and 26th January Republic Day. I like this day, Republic Day. My festival is Republic Day. 19th February Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, who was the empire of Maratha Empire, and date and months of holidays. 11 March, Mahashivratri, it is the worship of God Shiva. Shiva is we know, origin God in Hinduism. 29 March, Holi is celebrated in each part of India. 29 March. 2nd April, Good Friday, and it is all in the world all in the world, the day is celebrated Good Friday, and the day refers to Yeshu Christ. 12 April is Ugadi, Gudi Padwa. Gudi Padwa is also one of Hindus festival, and 30 April Ugadi, 14 April Dr. Ambedkar Jayanti, and in this way, 21st Ram Navami. These are some holidays of religious. 1st May Maharashtra Day, 13 May Idul Fitr. Maharashtra Day, we know, 1st May 1960, it was established. And 14 May Akshay Tritiya, it is also a great festival in Hindu religion. And 20 July is celebrated as a Bakri Eid. Bakri Eid and Idul Fitr both are the celebration in Muslim religion. 15th August Independence Day, and in this way, 30 August Krishna Janmashtami, and 10 September Ganesh Chaturthi. The next 2nd October Gandhi Jayanti, and 15 August October Dasera. Then also Eid Milad 19 October, and the great glorious festival is Diwali, and it is celebrated maximally for November, in November, month of November. So in this way, these are a lot of holidays according to religious. Today's holidays area, holidays are different than childhood days. Yes, the holiday in childhood is a very remember thing to every person, and the holiday in childhood, the enjoy of friendship, the enjoy of playing in everything. These are a different life to children's. So those days are very glorious in childhood, and the holiday is a very nice thing for in childhood. My favorite holiday, my favorite holiday is Independence Day as well as Republic Day, because on that day, India depends, India India got independence, India got freedom, and the British and the British gave India independence. So many people like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri, etc. People did so many things for India, and in this way, India, the day of 15th August 1946, it was very glorious day of each and every Indian. And 26th January is a Republic Day. It is also very important. I like my favorite days or my favorite holiday is 26th January because on this day, on Republic Day, it is celebrated as in capital Delhi of India, and every in this celebration, President of India, Prime Minister of India, and every ministry, as well as President of other country, will also invited in this day, and there will be a parade of military. There is a display of military power, exhibition of military power, and cultural. There are so cultural programs. So I like this day, and we fire in Diwali. We fire crackers on Diwali. It is a very nice thing in firing crackers. We make so many fun. About birthday, every person like to celebrate birthday. So birthday celebration in India are in different types. Uh, just Nilofer ma'am also tells that bringing cakes and wearing new clothes and also celebrated on shops, in the garden or at house. But sometimes there are different category that on birthday, some people are give the food to very poor person. Some people are gives new things, new clothes to the boys who are in hostel, who are learning in hostels, those. So not only this, some people birthday of some people are great leaders. They gave food and gifts to beggars. So these are the some kinds of celebration in India. And in this way, this is the first part of this session. Thank you, everybody. Thanks. Thank you, Bachcha sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very nice presentation.
Yes.
Stop sharing screen.
Yeah. Make you host, sir?
Yes, I am host.
Yeah. Yes.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome in the 14th session of Indo-Bangladesh Telecollaboration Project. And definitely now we are very close to end this project, and now we are very much connected with one another, and it is just now a habit of waiting for the sessions when and how will we meet each other and share our thoughts and feelings with one another. So definitely it's a great experience. So I heartily welcome all of you. This is the 14th session.
Today's PPT is so nice, sir. You know,
Yes.
butterfly and the here is Bangladesh and here is India. Okay.
Yeah, Bangladesh and
The-
India.
Two flags.
They
Two flags
both-
are two flags are flying.
Uh,
with butter. It's so nice, sir. Thank you.
yes, the wings of progress, and they must fly and reach in the row of developed
Yeah.
countries. So it's a good luck to both the countries. India Bangladesh telecollaboration
Yeah.
session number 14, reduced inequalities. And the first part of this session is holidays and gift giving. Already Nilufar ma'am, Marathi sir have expressed their views about these holidays and gift giving. Now it is my turn. Holidays. I think that we have already expressed our thoughts and feelings about this topic in festival. So what holidays do you celebrate in your country? So as it is already explained, there are 3 national holidays in India. Number 1, 26 January, Republic Day. There is some sound.
Yes, maybe. Marathi sir, yes.
Okay. I have muted all.
This sound is Marathi sir. Marathi sir.
Yeah.
You mute your, unmute you, mute.
Now okay, I'm
Okay. 3 national holidays we celebrate in India: 26 January as Republic Day, 15th August as Independence Day, and 2nd October as Gandhi Jayanti, the international figure, and also we call the father of nation. So these are 3 national holidays we celebrate in India. Now, some festivals and holidays, month-wise. I have already explained it in the session festivals. So I will repeat shortly. In January, we celebrate Makar Sankranti and Republic Day. In February, Mahashivratri and Shiv Jayanti. In March, Holi and Gudi Padwa. In April, Ram Navami and Akshay Tritiya. In May, Maharashtra Day and Buddha Purnima, Ramzan Eid. In June, Vat Purnima. In July, Guru Purnima. August, Independence Day, Sri Krishna Janmashtami, and Pola. September, the most important festival, that is Ganesh Utsav, and in October, Navratrotsav, Dasera, and Gandhi Jayanti. In November, we celebrate the largest festival, that is Diwali, and in the last month of the year, December, we celebrate Christmas, one of the international festivals. So these are the holidays we celebrate in India, and in India we celebrate all the holidays of all the community, though it may be Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, every. So, and we enjoy every holiday in India. So the next point is that write something about one of the festival. So Diwali. Diwali is a festival of lights, and it is the biggest holiday of the year. Diwali or we also call it Deepavali, is India's biggest and most important holiday of the year. The festival gets its name from the row Avali. Avali means the row and of clay lamps, deep or diva, we call it. So the rows of lamps, that is Deepavali, and that Indians light outside their homes to symbolize the inner light that protects from spiritual darkness. So in this festival, the Hindus light the lamps or deep or diva in the row, and it symbolizes the inner light that protects from spiritual darkness. This festival is as important to Hindus as the Christmas holiday is to Christians. So it is the most celebrated festival for the Hindus. And not only Hindus, all the communities also celebrate Diwali in India and all over the world. Over the centuries, Diwali has become a national festival that's also enjoyed by non-Hindu communities. For instance, in Jainism, Diwali marks the nirvana or spiritual awakening of Lord Mahavira on October 15, 527 BC. In Sikhism, it honors the day that Guru Hargobind Ji, the sixth Sikh Guru, was freed from imprisonment, and Buddhists in India celebrate Diwali as well. So this is a brief information about one of the festivals, Diwali, mostly celebrated in India. Next point, what's your favorite holiday? Definitely, my favorite holiday is also Diwali, and as it is already explained, it is the to overcome darkness, to overcome evil, and describe a childhood holiday memory. So definitely in childhood, everybody enjoys celebrating holidays, and our holidays now different than they were when you were a child. So yes, for everybody. And in childhood days, we celebrate all the festivals, all the holidays, and because of our parents, we enjoy everything. But now, when now we are mature, there is a responsibility of families and other things. So in a sense, we can say we can't celebrate as we celebrate in childhood. So this is we can say the generation gap, and everybody face this thing. So childhood memories are very good as compared to the adulthood memories of celebrating the holidays or festivals. How do you celebrate birthdays in your country? So these two pictures shows how do we celebrate birthdays in our country or in our nation. Maybe same like in Bangladesh.
Sir, you carry on, sir.
Yes,
What's
yes,
sir?
yes, ma'am.
Ek minute.
Okay.
What's up, sir? You carry on. I'm here.
So how do we celebrate birthdays in India? So these small children are enjoying birthday. Especially we decorate our house and cake. Mostly it is the important thing while celebrating birthday, especially of children. Then gifts are given to the birthday boy or birthday girl. And nowadays there is a trend in India, ma'am, So this is just like celebrating birthday at home or in hotel or in at any place. But some people also like or to enjoy celebrating birthday in orphanage with poor families or poor people, and instead of giving and taking gifts, they give something to others. So this is now a trend in India of celebrating birthday, and it's very nice thing. Our today's topic, that is inequality. There are so many children and people in society, so they can't fulfill their primary needs. So enjoying birthday is very uh, uh, high thing for them. So in this way, we celebrate birthday in India. Best gift received. So as far as my childhood is concerned, in the childhood, in my family, we don't celebrate birthday because of, we can say, poverty or other reasons. But nowadays, we celebrate birthdays, and the best gift received is, we can say, that my family gave me. They prepare some greeting cards and something new for me with their hands. Yeah. Especially, I want to show you that. Can you see this?
Now see. Okay.
Can you see this gift?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nice, sir. Nice.
So it is prepared
It's
by
a
my
what?
daughter. She prepares such types of gifts every year. And this is greeting card,
Nice thing.
handmade greeting card prepared by my daughter. So
She
every
make
year,
it. Yeah. She make it.
yes.
Oh, so nice. Your daughter is so creative.
Yes, such types of gifts, and every year she prepares. It is a very surprise gift for me every year. She is here.
So nice.
You can see her. Come.
Sir, actually, please, sir. Show your daughter. Oh, what's your name?
Shekna Ganesh Bachcha.
Welcome,
so
welcome in the
nice.
session. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Welcome,
Mamani.
beta. Yeah, in the session.
Oh, is better, no? Better.
Yeah. We say
She is
no
always with
equality.
us.
Equality.
Sir,
On mobile
Sir,
phone,
you-
she is always in our meeting. She is very interested in our meeting, and
Asho, আমি তোমাকে দেখাই দিই।
she knows everybody
Sir,
in
you
our
show.
meeting.
Oh, sir, you show your gift, please. Another, I take a screenshot. Yeah. Thank you.
This
Screenshot.
is the gift made by
Okay, thank
her,
you. Another,
and this
Yes.
is second one.
another one, yes. Screenshot. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So every year she prepares, and everything handmade. She also prepares cakes for me, various types of cakes, various flavors cakes.
Oh,
She is in 7th standard, but she also cook very nice food, chapatis, various types of curries, and she's
Bachcha sir,
also good.
Bachcha sir, she
Yes.
has a lot of hobby type.
I think
She has a lot of hobby.
Yes,
I
and she
think
is also good. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, your wife is also so creative. So your daughter is learn for her.
Nice family, ma'am. Nice family, very
Yeah.
nice family.
Yes.
Definitely.
It's
And it is all a blessing of God, we can say. So in my
I think-
childhood, I didn't receive any gift, but nowadays every year I got different types of gifts, surprise gifts. and my family gives me different types of gifts. So it's a nice thing for me. Funny or terrible gift received. So definitely every birthday, I also get some funny and terrible gift. They make some box and something terrible and funny, and we enjoy everything. Funny or terrible gift given by me. So as far as I myself is concerned, I have not given funny or terrible gift to anybody. But in future, I will also like to give some gift. But
Yeah. তুমি এটা খাও
I would like to celebrate birthday with orphan children and want to give something to them. Then those people who are hungry, they can't get food. So I would also like to
Yeah.
give at least one time best food for them on my birthday.
so nice sir.
Can I begin the second session now?
Yes, continuous.
Okay, thank you, sir. So the
Thank you,
second session of today is about reduce inequality. We have already discussed about gender inequality, and the society is lagging behind because of gender equality. And with gender equality, there are other types of inequalities also, especially economical inequality, economical imbalance. This is the main reason behind poverty. So the top 1% in India earn 21% of total country's income in 2019. See, the top 1% in India earn 21%. Only 1% people get 21%. And this was 11% in 1990. The top 10% earn 56% of the country's total income in 2019, and the bottom 10% earn only 3.5%. So there is a big difference between the income of people, and the same condition in Bangladesh and India. So the rich people are becoming more rich and poor are becoming more poor. So this is very shocking one. The major example of social inequality include income gap, gender inequality, healthcare inequality, social class. And in healthcare, some individuals receive better and more professional care compared to others. They are also expected to pay more for these services. So definitely we see, and in this corona pandemic situation, some people, they get very fine treatment. They can pay 6 to 10 lakhs for 14 days treatment. And on the other hand, there are so many people, they can't pay a single rupee and they can't get better treatment. So there is an inequality in income, in gender, in healthcare, in social class, and in so many things. So such types of inequality we see in our country. Thus, zero Gini coefficient represent perfect equality, and one represent perfect inequality. Therefore, to measure income inequalities in India, the Gini ratio of distribution of per capita monthly consumption expenditure is used. Advertisements. So this is the condition of inequality. I have also gathered some factors responsible for inequality. So key factors is unemployment. So as far as economical inequality is concerned, the unemployment or having a poor quality job is this limits access to, and therefore government is also trying to give employment to the poor and needy people. So this is the most important factor for inequality, unemployment. Then the second one, decent income and cuts people off from social network low levels of education and skills. Low level educations and skills are not developed. That's why the people can't get good jobs and they will not able to increase their income. So this limits people's ability to access decent jobs, to develop themselves and participate fully in society. There are several causes which give rise to inequality: inheritance, system of private property, differences in natural qualities, differences in acquired talent, family influence, luck, and opportunity. So these are some causes and factors responsible for inequality in society. What is India doing to reduce inequality? As far as India is concerned, investment in public infrastructure, especially social infrastructure and education, progressive taxation, better labor laws, taxation on wealth like inheritance are some of the measures that can help address the issue of rising inequality. So these steps are taken by the government of India to develop or to invest in public infrastructure, and especially they are also investing in quality education in the field of education. How can we reduce the gap between rich and poor in India? Implementing fully the social protection schemes that exist, seal the leaking wealth bucket, reduce extreme wealth, and create a more equality opportunity country, increase public expenditures on health and education, bring data transparency, produce and make available high quality data on income and wealth. So these are some solutions to reduce the gap between the rich and poor as far as India is concerned. Then in India, which is currently experiencing one of the world's fastest growing outbreaks of COVID-19, was among the world's worst performing countries in tackling inequality. Going into pandemic, India's health budget is the fourth lowest in the world, and only half of the population has access to even the most basic healthcare services. So this is the most important problem before India. So the health system is collapsed in India, and that's why lockdown becomes the only solution to control COVID-19, because it is not possible. 130 crore people, how can we give them health infrastructure? So this is the main problem of India in this COVID-19 situation, in Corona situation. Several state governments have used COVID-19 as a pretext to increase daily working hours from 8 to 12 hours a day and suspended minimum pay legislation, devastating the livelihoods of millions of poor workers now battling hunger. And only from Monday here in our area, Jalgaon district is open, and now the people can go to their work and job. Some organizations working to reduce inequality. So 5 top NGOs fighting for social justice in India: Jan Sahas Social Development Society, Kil Jala Society for Human and Educational Development, Center for Social Action, Center for Youth and Social Development, the Humsafar Trust. So these are some organizations who are trying their level best to reduce inequality in India. Schemes to reduce inequality. The government is also trying to give some schemes. One is RTE admission. So for quality education in every private school, 25% poor and needy students get admission free of cost in with this RTE admission. So this is a very good thing for reducing inequality in the field of education. Second one, Bal Rakshak movement, Bal Rakshak, Child Rakshak movement. Kendriya Vidyalay and next Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalay. So these two things especially for the students in rural area and poor and needy students get admission free of cost from standard 6, and they get quality education up to 12th standard in Kendriya Vidyalaya and Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. They have to just qualify one examination. So this is very good, and I am very happy to inform you, ma'am. Every year in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, at least 3 students from our school, three students from our Thepre Vidyalaya get admission in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. They are selected, and our is the only one school in Jalgaon Taluka where in
Nice
rural
thing, sir. Nice thing. Very nice. Very nice.
So this is very good. And when poor and needy people get admission in such schools, so we feel very better. Then Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, women's hostel, scholarships. Scholarship also, government gives scholarship, various types of scholarships. So these are some schemes. Government is trying to reduce inequality in India. So thank you very much for listening me quietly and attentively. Thanks. Thank you
Thank
very
you, sir.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Now
Thank
who
you,
will
sir.
who will
So, me, sir.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You are host, man.
Okay, sir. Okay. Visible my screen?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Welcome. Now we are going to our second session, and I show my second session. And this our 10 sustainable goals is reduce inequalities. Which factor have been described in Bangladesh? One is gender inequality. 2 is income inequality and refugee and others. Gender equality. Gender equality has been improved a lot in Bangladesh. Inequalities in areas such as education and employment remain ongoing problem. So women have little political freedom. In 2015, Bangladesh was ranked 139 out of 187 countries on the Human Development Index. And 47 out 144 countries serve on the Gender Equality Index in 2017. Many of the inequalities are a result of extreme poverty and traditional gender norms centered on a patrilineal and patriarchal kinship system in rural areas. This is the main problem. First, I want to describe income inequality. There has been a sharp rise in income inequality over the last 4 decades in developed countries, but the process has been accelerating since the global financial crisis, GFC, of 2007 to 8. This rise in income inequality is also causing increased level of poverty as reflected in rising unemployment, including disgraced unemployment. Working poor and rising homelessness. These economics always are compounded by the impact of climate change, which in the aftermath of Trump's withdrawal from the Paris Accord can only cause further deterioration. Sorry, deterioration of the current economic climate. In a way, the global economy is still struggling to go back to pre-2007 and 8 economic situation. But Bangladesh, one of the least developed countries, has been launched for its economic performance at reflected in its accelerating economic growth during this period. As a consequence, the country has been able to improve the material qualities of life for its people. This is the consequence of the rapid transformation in the structure of the economy. Bangladesh was primarily an agrarian economy at independence, marked by largely subsistence farming. Agriculture has now largely become more commercial and accounts for only 15% of gross domestic product. Manufacturing and services now account for the bulk of output. Economics Nobel laureate Amartya Sen also lauded Bangladesh's social development in many fields, such as gender equality, women empowerment, morality rate, life expectancy, immunization, and others relative to India, a country with double per capita GDP than Bangladesh. Here, just poverty income inequality scenario here. 2010 to 2016, moderate poverty 31.5 and 2016 is 24.3. Extreme poverty 17.6 and 2016 it's 12.9. Okay. Household income share of lowest 5%. 2010 was 0.78. 2016 0.23%. Okay. The top of districts, highest poverty, just Kurigram, Dinaspur, Bandarban, Magura, and Kisharganj. There are 5 districts of highest poverty, and top district with lowest poverty, this Narayanganj, Munshiganj, Madaripur, Gajipur, and Phulpur. These are garments based areas, so here poverty is not. Refugee, it's the one of our country's problem. Who are the refugees of Bangladesh? The indigenous people of Bangladesh refer to ethnic minorities in Chittagong Hill Tracts, at Southeastern Sylhet Division, Rajshahi Division, and Mymensingh Division district areas of the country. The total population of indigenous ethnic minorities in Bangladesh was estimated to be over 2 million in 2010. There are diverse ethnic communities, including Tibeto-Burma, Asiatic, and Devarian people. Quite a few of these groups, such as the Chakma and Marmas, are the largest and second largest, respectively, migrated to Bangladesh before the British period for modern Burma. Other migrate for central India, where they are referred to Upajati, just tribal. Most of these groups are often disadvantaged compared to the ethnic Bengalians, since Bangladesh was created as a Bengali nation state. Culture, tradition, and frequently languages. Vast number of indigenous tribes of Bangladesh are traditionally Buddhists and Hindus are faith, while others are Christian and animists. Refugee crisis in Bangladesh. Actually, Rohingya. Do you know this Rohingya, sir? Rohingya.
Yes, yes,
refugee in
ma'am. Yes,
Bangladesh
yes,
mostly refer
yes, yes,
uh,
yes.
possibly displayed as Myanmar national for Myanmar who are living in Bangladesh. Okay. The Rohingya people have experienced ethnic and religious persecution in Myanmar for decades. Hundreds of thousands have fled to other countries in Southeast Asia, including Malaysia, Indonesia, and Philippines. The majority have escaped to Bangladesh refugee camps. Recently, violence in Myanmar has escalated, so the number of refugees in Bangladesh has increased rapidly. And according to the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, more than 7,23,000 Rohingya have fled in Bangladesh since 25 August 2017. Okay. On 18 September 2018, at the 73rd United Nations General Assembly, Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina said there are 1.1 million Rohingya refugees now in Bangladesh. So it's so harmful to us. Overcrowding from the recent population bloom at Bangladesh Rohingya refugee camps has placed a strain on its infrastructure. The refugees lack access to services, education, food, clean water, and proper sanitation. They are also vulnerable to natural disaster and infectious diseases transmission. As of June 2018, World Bank announced nearly $500 million of monetary support to help Bangladesh address Rohingya refugees, needs water and sanitation, disaster risk management, and social protection. On 1 March 2019, Bangladesh announced that it would no longer accept Rohingya refugees. And August 2018, a study estimated that more than 24,000 Rohingya were killed by the Myanmar military and local Buddhist military since the clearance operation started on 25th August 2017. It also estimated that at least 18,000 Rohingya Muslims, women, and girls were raped. Okay, just 1,16,000 Rohingya were beaten, and 36,000 Rohingya were thrown into fire set alight in act of deliberate action. Okay, some organization we start working in reducing Bangladesh, we start working on reducing inequalities. Those are BRAC, Bangladesh Rural Advancement Committee. Two is the German Danone Foundation, TGDF, it's Gramin Danone. Three is the Inequalities Eradication Program, PIEP, it's Poverty Education Program, PEPI. Just they are work in education field. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Very nice.
Thank
Make
you,
me
sir.
host.
Marathi
What's
sir,
up, sir? Make you host.
Marathi sir.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
5 minutes remain. Then
Yes, yes.
there will be cutting. So it is better we stop here, and after 5 minutes we will rejoin. Then you can continue your session, and we
Yes,
have to
yes.
discuss how
Yeah.
can we conduct our 15th session.
15th session.
So
Yeah.
it is better to leave now, and after 5 or
Yes.
6 minutes we will rejoin. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Already was recording.
You are host, sir. You are host now.
Yes, yes. Are you watching sir screen? Nilofer ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ma'am,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
thank you. Thank you. Everybody welcome in second part, and just both participants, Mr. Bachav sir and Nilofar ma'am, have presented about second part, and they shared very nice ideas and things about this part. About reduce inequalities are the second part of the session 14. Inequality means the quality of being unequal or uneven, such as a social party and lack of evenness. Factors. There are some factors as well as some organizations of inequality. First is Akshara, and Bachav sir also referred some organizations. Second are Commit to Change, C2C. And third are My Oral Village. Number 4, Make Road, New York. And 5, Care. So in this way, some organizations work in this field. There are also some schemes of reduce inequality. First is One Stop Center, OSC. Second are Ujjwala scheme. And ma'am, Ujjwala scheme are spread in many parts of India, and it means that this scheme is in a large nature of this scheme in India. Third are Bal Rakshak movement, and 4 and 5, Mr. Bachav sir also said his ideas. Fourth is Kendriya Vidyalaya, and fifth Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. Particularly, I would like to say, Nilofar ma'am, these schemes which fourth and 5, Kendriya Vidyalaya and Navodaya Vidyalaya. Bachav sir also told that the student who are in rural area, the students who are very scholar, who are very intelligent, and but they are poor, their incomes are very few. Those students are give the pre-exam, pre-test of the scheme, and suppose they qualify, they they have given the admission to this scheme, Kendriya Vidyalaya and Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. And if they are qualified and they got admission, the government provide to those students, the government provided clothes and food and books and money also. And in this way, in both schemes,
What is that?
Kendriya Vidyalaya and Navodaya Vidyalaya, the students are resides from 5th to 12th standard. They can study, they can learn there, and every needed, every things provided from those institute. And in this way, it is very nice for poor students who are particularly in rural area. So it is nice, and the many students are got benefit from these schemes. Thank you everybody. Thank you, sir. Bachav sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Short but sweet information you have given about this
Thank you.
second part, reduced inequalities. So, in this way, we have completed our 14th session. And in this 14th session, we have discussed about SDG number 10, that is reduce inequalities. And we discussed in the first part of this session, how do we celebrate holidays? How do we celebrate birthdays in India and in Bangladesh? And definitely we get nice information from one another, then we are emotionally connected because of the first part of the session. And in the second part, we interchange our thoughts and ideas about SDG number 10, reduced inequalities. There are various types of inequalities, especially gender equality and economical inequality we discussed, and how can some international and national organizations working to reduce inequality from the society, especially from developing countries by 2030. So it's a nice presentation by Nilupar Ma'am, Marathe sir, and I would also like to request the students, if they want to share their thoughts and feelings about inequality in society, maybe gender equality, economical equality, social equality, injustice, or any other thing that they experience. Yes, Sejal? Do you think inequality in society? Do you see?
Yes, yes, sir.
So what can we do?
Lots of times.
What can
Uh,
we do to reduce
it's not.
inequality?
We all have to work together and think about that, because it's not a work of any particular person. It's our responsibility.
Yes, it is the teamwork that can reduce inequality from the society. So definitely, you are growing students, and in course of time, you have to think and work on it. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sejal probably participant, and they each time they participate in our session. Thank you, Sejal.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Preksha, what about Preksha? On your video,
Yes,
Preksha.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. What do you think about inequality?
It's our responsibility, sir.
Okay. Now you have a problem with your new mobile phone, joining
Yes,
problem, and you are not in the session because of the joining problem. Okay. Now I will stop recording.